All right. Well, today I'm working on a Husqvarna all-wheel drive. I've worked on plenty of those here lately. I guess about the third one this year. Various problems, no big deal. One of them, I just got hold of it. The guy went all electric and just gave me his old stuff, and it included one of these all-wheel drive deals. And in one of them, it was just a new belt. And that's the deal with these all-wheel drives. I maybe I could say it that they seem to wear out faster. The belts do, because you're doing the full wheels, and a lot of times the belts will slip on say the front end and maybe not the rear end, or vice versa, whatever, because there are some adjustments that you have to make, right? But a lot of times the belt, they'll get hot, they'll stretch and blah blah blah. You have to replace it. But a lot of times it's just a simple adjustment that's on the handle. Well, let me show you what I got while I ramble on here. Yeah, so this one, yeah, you can see right here, and this one has been adjusted. It's already, I'll bet this one's already out as far as it'll go. When you twist this out and elongate it, make it longer, you're actually putting tension on the cable. Yeah, look at that. Now it's something is binding up here. Well, that's where you make the adjustment. A lot of times, so if you're having trouble with your, all-wheel drive setup, that's just FYI. This one looks like it needs a lot of work, but let me show you the real problem. Kaboom. Yeah, look at that. I think this guy has put this mower through it, and you can see the tire's really been wearing off here, so it's been like this for a while on both sides. The rear straight, but they're worn out. I mean, it looks like this guy has put this one through the ringer, you know what I mean? But he said it starts, but it's just a pain in the ass to use it now, which I believe. I mean, when you start, I mean, I can roll it on the rear wheels, but whew, yeah, that's just slightly. Okay, well, I'm going to prop this thing up. Let's dig into it and see what we can fix. All right, well, so this whole bracket here looks like it's been out of shape, doesn't it? So it's not the mowing deck, and this part of it's straight, but you see how this part of the bracket there is just all bent up. Same with this one. So let's take those off. Let's take this apart and see if we can see if it's salvageable, if I can take it apart and then try to bend this back into shape. It's pretty thick, but if I heat it up, put it in a vise and all that good stuff, maybe I can bend it back. If not, I'll just replace I'll tell them, so you just got to replace those pieces. But let's take a look. Alright, let me take this off. I don't know if you can see me there, huh? I'm running out of space. Yeah, you can see I already took all that off. I'm going to take this clip off. just piece by piece, and then we'll see what it looks like under there. And I might have to move this around so you can see a little better. Alright, there's the clip. There went the key. That gear looks like it's in good shape. No, you can see how it's kind of wearing out. Yeah. What's up, Gertie? Yeah, it's really bent up. Alright, well, let me rearrange things here, and we'll take all this off. This bolt under here, and where else? Yeah, I think just these two. I can do both sides, and it should slide out. Yeah, I don't know if I'm going to be able to. Can you see the angle there? The way this is really popping up this way, it's because this part of the bracket's bent up. Alright, so let's take, there's two bolts under here. I don't know if you can see what I'm doing. You can see there's the, like that on each side, but this one's kind of a tight squeeze. But that's what I'm getting at. Alright, there's that piece. Well, let me work on this side. So what happens, you kind of hold this down in a vise or clamp it down, and you can see the clip that's here, this O-ring. You take that off, and then everything will come apart, right? And when it does, then I can come in here and see if I can straighten this bracket out. Yeah, that's a tough one. Alright, so this is the right side of the mower if you're looking from the rear of the mower. If you're looking head on, it's the left. If you're behind the mower, it's the right side. I always say the right side or passenger side for some reason, but and they're both symmetrical, but you can get them mixed up pretty easy. So I'm going to see if I can't get this ring off. That was a pain in the rump. Now this stuff goes back on. There we go. Well, there's the piece that's bent up. This stuff. Yeah, that seemed to help a little bit. Let's keep going that direction. It's getting there. So it looks like it's starting to straighten up, but when I look at, say, looking at the perpendicularity of this axle here to this, it seems like it's still bent a little bit this way. So well, it's much better than it was, that's for sure. Can you see that? And this axis looks like it's pretty much lined up now. Alright, well, I think that'll do it. I'll just try to get this ring back on here. That was a pain in the butt. Back over here. And it's because my little tool here just really sucks. But I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the same thing on this other side. This other side was really bent up, but looks like it'll work. Before it gets too freaking hot out here, so I'm going to put this in between the vise and snug up against these bolts right there, and hopefully I'll compress this down enough where I can slide the ring in. Oh yeah, there we go. Come on. There, I think I got it. All right. Cool. It's better than it was, but I think it's still going to be a little lopsided. Well, I'm going to do the same thing to this other side, and we'll see how they look. Alright, there's the other one. I still think it looks straight when I was looking at it, but now I can see the way it's still bowing a little bit here. So it's still off a bit. It's not near as bad as it was, but I guess that's the best I can do with this. I mean, if this doesn't work out, then I'll just tell them, you know, I'll price up the cost for getting just the new assembly and get it on there. Alright, they're much better than before. Not perfect, but mucho better. Yeah, this side's still the worst, but not bad, huh? Alright, so I need to dig down underneath now and take a look at the belt and all that good stuff under there, because it shouldn't be squeaking that much. Alright, well, it's almost there. Let's get underneath and see what it looks like. Alright, well, let's get underneath here. Man, look at that. These wheels have just been through it all. That guy sure is rough on his mowers, man.
Supposed to be a star, but they're all worn out there. Let's see, it should be a bolt here and then 2 small ones on the top, and this will come out. Alright, yeah, that's what's on the top, those 2 little screws. And there she blows. I need to pull the lever up here on the handle. Put a clamp on it. I want to see how tight. Yeah, that's not tight at all, is it? Yeah, well, that kind of sucks. There was nothing turning. Yeah, even with the belt tight, there was just nothing turning. Yeah, this wheel's all stripped. But this one's not stripped. I think his front and rear are just shot, because nothing is turning. Even with the belt tight. Well, I guess I can break the good news to him, huh? I think his gearboxes are gone. And I think I noticed the front 2 wheels when I had those apart. There was a couple of teeth missing on the gear that's on the wheel. This one's totally stripped, and this one you can tell it's about to go also, but it doesn't matter. I mean, there was nothing turning. Yeah, that's a bummer. Got the front wheel somewhat straight, but it turns out they're locked up anyway. So his all-wheel drive is not driving at all right now, and I'll have to price it up for him. I don't know, the cost is going to be pretty high for both the rear and the front, you know, gearboxes, and then plus the stripped wheels. There's at least one for sure. The 2 front ones are almost gone, so it's going to have new tires, the gears on the tires, and the front and rear gearbox for sure. That's too bad. It cranked right up, but man, this one was put through it. If you're gonna run it that hard, it's gonna tear something up, right? So I guess that's it for this video, unless if he comes back and wants it done, which you know, I don't know. More likely he'll just get a new mower, because it's not going to be cheap to fix this, right? So, but if he does, I'll film it for you. So I guess that's it for this video. Just halfway fixed, but as always, thanks for watching. Be sure to subscribe and watch for my next video.